What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to an episode of the Tenerife Career Mode. Before we do get into this episode, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. It's very important to this channel and I do appreciate every one of your support, but if you have got some time to do so, it'll be very much appreciated. We start off today's episode with a message from Fernando Melorano mentioning that the last few games he just wanted a few bit more game time, in fairness, and it's really hard to be able to say that we need to drop Melo in front of him, and he doesn't really offer me too many options that are a bit more of a positive, shall we say, and he's more of a backup, and I think that's just being kind of just honest, in fairness. It's not slating his performance whatsoever, it's just clear that there is a superior player compared to himself. But aside from that, we do have a massive game to start off, and we have a massive episode. First game we start against Barcelona. We've got Atletico Madrid to play, we've also got Real Madrid to play, and we've also got a Copa de Espana fixture in the finals. So a lot to be able to think of in this episode of how we're going to do that. But we will start off today against Barcelona. Looking forward to this one. We know we can beat them. It's the case of whether it's going to happen today. In goal, Malagon. Back four of Melo, Vasquez, Kouassi and Mikic. Midfield of Liso, Diarra, Cameron Herrera. In front, Pereira. Up front, Sen Hadji. Weaker side compared to what we normally used to playing, so I'm a little bit apprehensive playing such a good squad like in Barcelona compared to playing a weaker squad in ourselves. But we're going to give it a go, that's for sure. And in the 4th minute, Herrera nods it on from a lovely ball from Sen Hadji as Dylan Pereira finds Sen Hadji in a good bit of space, in fairness. He makes a good enough run, but Alphonso Davies is strong in the challenge and he makes a decent interception to be able to look to stem some sort of attack. Advantage being played as a repayment on Morello there as they look to stride forward. Good turn from himself as he finds Lewandowski and Ansu Fati in space. Fati's got a lot of options. He takes the hit though, and that is a solid save from Malagon, falling to Rafinha, who can't seem to get a good enough touch. Goes out for a goal kick. Barcelona are kind of putting a lot of pressure on in this half, and as you can see, it's very clear to see the dominant force. Rafinha bursting down the right hand side, using all the pace that he's got there as Melo makes a good interception along with Vasquez. Liso now picking it out on the left hand side. Could we get an attack? It seems to be. We're very swarmed in the middle and in attacking wise. We're going to pass it around though, and it's a great bit of passing. Dylan Pereira playing a lovely ball to Cesar Herrera. Still on the back of Herrera at the moment, not happy with his performances as of late, and it really needs to shape up. I do believe that there might be a replacement in time for the next season. I just feel like it's just one of those. It's just not really working for myself and Cesar at this moment in time. Let's hope he can get a good performance and though to change my mind. 16 minutes into the tie, Rafinha tried to charge down the line, but once again Melo strong in the challenge, finding Rob Cameron. Cameron's Dylan Pereira then. He's got options, Herrera being one of them. Herrera burst down the right hand side. Good run from Herrera as he looks to putting it in. It's Sen Hadji, and that is a good attempt, an acrobatic finish. It was the attempt, but not to be on that particular occasion. Our first chance of the game, at least we've had a chance, but can we build on that now as Rafinha charges once again? His pace seems to be unstoppable there as he holds his way and he finds Morello on the left. Mikic has got his work cut out on that right hand side, it has to be said, as Morello puts it back to Alfonso using his pace, finding Fati, runs into the gap, but a good challenge there, and it's a very solid challenge. No foul given as Adrian Liso picks it out on the left hand side, so we look to stride forward. He cuts in, but Romeo, the ex-Chelsea man, finds Rafinha there after a decent challenge as Rafinha once again uses his pace. Unstoppable, as I mentioned. He finds Lewandowski, he finds Rafinha, first initial shot, it rebounds off of Melo and it finds the feet of Ansu Fati to make it Tenerife 0, Barcelona 1. Really unfortunate, but at the same time it was coming. The pace from Rafinha and Fati on that sort of wing, and it was so hard to be able to kind of stop. And unfortunately, it was very unlucky because it was a good initial save, and if Melo wasn't in that position, it would have probably been clear, but it's rebounded off Melo, and he sort of assisted Ansu Fati in that moment, and he just hammered it home into an empty net. It's a simple finish, but unfortunately, we are now trailing in this tie. 34 minutes on the clock. Can we do something? Can we get something from this game? Seeming to be very poor in the game so far, but looking to try and win back interception in possession, and we do. Sen Hadji now looking for an option. He finds Dylan Pereira. He's got a lot of space, but not really many options. He runs into the place, and he has got fouled in the box, and the referee has issued a penalty, the first penalty of our season, and Alphonso Davies into the book. I'd initially say that he should have been sent off, in fairness, because he denied a very good opportunity with Dylan Pereira getting past Alphonso Davies, but the referee has given a penalty, and Cesar Herrera steps over. Oh my lord, straight into the keeper. No, 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 no. Not what we wanted at all by any means whatsoever. And that was our chance to get ourselves back into the game. You can only feel like we were going to be able to build on that. But yeah, into the second half we now go, and Barcelona look to start it strongly with Malagon forced into a save. Rafinha puts it back into the box with Ansu Fati there, and it's so hard to be able to shake off that penalty miss. Cesar Herrera trying to think that the keeper would move, but not to be on that particular occasion there, with Liso trying to see if he can create an attack here on the left hand side, trying at least but not really succeeding as he finds Melo now striding forward. He's got a bit of pace by him, and he gets himself past Ben White, does really well, but Roman Logley stops him in his tracks there, intercepting the play, and Romeu can now play it out to Ben White on the right hand side. He finds the pacemaker of Rafinha there, and he does very well to be able to do something in this position. He finds Ansu Fati now with a good chance, but a decent interception once again, but Kouassi can't seem to play it out. It's Lewandowski, now Fati, poor defending from Tenerife. Now a great chance could be here. It's Lewandowski. And that, once again, a big mistake and a big goal. It's Tenerife 0, Barcelona 2. Trailing by 2 goals is never good, and especially this part of the game, you can only feel like the game is slowly but surely slipping away from our grasp. Simple finish from Lewandowski, but we gave him the time and we gave him the ball to be able to do so. Nothing that Malagon could do in that situation. Substitutions to be made. Herrera off the field, don't need to say any more. As well as Rob Cameron, who comes off for Keanu Dyer. Can we create something? Surely Senhaji could get him on something. He has a great opportunity to do so, but denied there. Diarra now with a chance, and that is a simple effort saved from the defenders there, as you can see. Liso now with a chance. He whips the ball in. Great delivery there, but Barcelona look to clear it nice and simply, as now we reach the 62nd minute mark there, and it's been really calm and collected from Barcelona so far. Their passing, their runs, their movement, their goals, everything has been perfect about their game, and it might just get a bit worse for us there, but Vasquez in there with a lovely challenge, finding Kouassi, his centre-back pairing, as he puts it onto Moreno. Can he get involved? Can he do any better than what Herrera did? I'm not too sure, but Mikic now onto Dylan Pereira. Senhaji needs to make a run, and a run is being made. Now it's slipped into Senhaji. He's got a great chance there, but he's been taken out. Referee, free kick to be issued, and we'll await the decision on the card. I can only assume it'll probably be yellow. And yes, it is yellow, unfortunately. I feel like if I were to commit that sort of challenge, then in fairness, they'd send me off, because I've had less challenges like that and been impeded more. It's been ridiculous, to be honest. But Liso steps over the free kick. Can we do something from the free kick? I don't think so, but we'll give it a chance. Oh, it's a good chance. It's a very good delivery, but unfortunately Szczesny is easy to save that one, and we do still trail by 2-0. 73 minutes on the clock. The clock is ticking, and the game is just slowly but surely slipping away from our grasp, as I mentioned. As the clock kind of runs down, you can only sort of think that this might just be the end of this game, and Alphonso Davies might put pay to that as he finds Ansu Fati, and that definitely is the end. Tenerife 0, Barcelona 3, and this has been a game to forget, that is for sure. Ansu Fati with a lovely finish, and unfortunately that is 2 goals for himself and nothing for us. It's been really lacklustre from our sort of positioning, just not really created anything, and we've been second best to everything. A simple finish, but too much time on the ball for Ansu Fati to put it past Malagon, and we are now trailing with 3-0. But Barcelona are not letting up. They want to unleash the power that they've got, and they might just do something else here, as Alphonso Davies picks it out on the left hand side. Not long to pay, but we've still got a chance for them to get another goal. Rafinha now with a chance, and the chance has been taken. It's Tenerife 0, Barcelona 4. This has been absolutely just poor from every single part of the pitch. Not good by any means. Rafinha's been bursting down that side, creating so many problems for our wing backs, and unfortunately he's got the better of them on that particular occasion and got his goal. Full-time whistle has been blown at this game in the end. Tenerife 0, Barcelona 4. Not a game that we'll be remembering by any means whatsoever, and a game truly to forget. Didn't really come out the blocks in any sort of way or form, shall we say. The passing was off, the shooting was off, the defending was off. There was not one positive thing to take from this game. So we move on, and we move on just to even worse a game. It just gets worse from this point onwards, I can only feel. We now face Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitan Stadium. I mean, it's going to be an absolute uphill task to be able to come back from that heavy defeat against Barcelona. But we'll give it some, that's for sure. The lineup stands as Malagon in goal, back four of Medrano, Palacio, Spiliez and Rodriguez, midfield of Guerrero, Ruiz, Rig and Cruz, Alvarez just ahead and the lone striker of Geraldo Becker. Stronger side this time round with fitness looking a bit better. Hopefully we can give them some sort of game and just make a better of account of ourselves, that's for sure. Atletico Madrid get themselves kick-started then as they look to find their feet and just pass it around to see what they can do and maybe create their first attack of the game. I'm very nervous for this particular one after coming off that defeat against Barcelona, but at the same time we know we can get a result. It's just whether the performance is there. Guerrero with a tackle putting out for a throw-in as Atletico remain in possession. De Paul finding Julian Alvarez then, the ex-City man, looks to get a shot off there, but an interception made from the defender, and now attack to be made as Cruz looks to find Becker. Run being made by Alvarez as Becker looks for the run as well. Cruz on the right hand side, Alvarez in support at the same time. This looks positive. Becker finding Alvarez. It's a great chance for Alvarez to make it 1-0, and he definitely has done so. It's Atletico 0, Tenerife 1, and we take the lead in this fixture, and a great finish from Carlos Alvarez, it has to be said. The man that keeps on being a magician, it has to be said also. It's a great finish from Alvarez, a great run, a great bit of play. Our first attack in the game, and we have made the most of it, and we've been able to beat Jan Oblak on that particular occasion and get the goal. It kind of slowed down after that goal. It was really strange in fairness, but we do try and create an opportunity here in the 30th. Can't seem to find Geraldo Becker in that moment, but yeah, Atletico just letting off the pace a little bit, and so ourselves, trying to find our feet back in the game, knowing that Atletico are only one goal away, and they're definitely going to get themselves back into the game if they can kind of create a chance for themselves, because they've got plenty of players to do so. As Jan Oblak clears his lines, trying to find Victor Gyökeres, what a great player he is, as Chris Rigg strides forward. He looks to create a shot, and he does, and it's a simple save from Jan Oblak there as he looks to kind of go out of his box. He finds his teammate De Paul. Could this be an attack they create here as Benacer finds Galan on the left hand side, trying to switch sides. He finds Conor Gallagher there, the ex-Chelsea man, finding Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres now on forward. He looks to find Julian Alvarez, but a block being made and a throw for Atletico there as Gyökeres finds Galan. Now into the middle it goes again as Benacer goes back to Conor Gallagher. Great ball from Benacer there so far as the ball is being bit into the area. Gyökeres runs into the area. It's Julian Alvarez for the shot, and you do not give a World Cup winner like that any sort of space. Atletico 1, Tenerife 1, and they are back into this game. A great opportunity to do so, and they've taken it at the end of the day. They've taken their chance, and it's a great chance to be taken, and Julian Alvarez places it past Malagon to make it 1-1. Into the second half we now go as we look to create an opportunity in the second. Knowing that we've scored in the first, we've definitely got a chance to do so, but Atletico coming straight out of the blocks in the second. Rodrigo De Paul trying to do something in that moment there as he kind of pushes off the defenders, holding his own and holding the ball up there as you can see, but an interception being made as Julian Alvarez strides forward. He looks to find Geraldo Becker, but not to be on that occasion there as you can see as Benacer picks it up. Finally Gyökeres back to Benacer, Benacer to De Paul. Good passing so from Atletico, and they hold the ball up really well in fairness of Molina. Now over to Alvarez. Good interception made from Spiliez there as he looks to go on the attack, but once again losing out in possession as Guerrero misplaces his pass as De Paul picks it up. He's got a great chance to find Alvarez, and he's also got a chance to find the back of the net. Once again a chance presented himself, and it took it. It was a really good kind of moment in that where he intercepted the ball and be able to charge up the field, and it's a very simple finish from Julian Alvarez now as the game stands 2-1. Not looking good whatsoever as we get things kicked off, and it's been really hard for us to get into this game in fairness, but we try and create a chance straight off the kickoff there, but Becker loses out on the header, and we lose out on possession also as Galan picks it out on the left hand side. Opportunity to stride forward there, but a good interception from Cruz. He finds Alvarez. Good interception as I mentioned as Alvarez now strides forward, looking to get something going here as Alvarez tries to find Becker, but it stopped at his last tracks there as Galan makes a good interception. Conor Gallagher now looking to be able to see if he can pursue upwards there as he finds Galan. Back to Gallagher there as you can see. Passing looking good as I mentioned, but Cruz with an interception, and it is now a throw-in. Conor Gallagher now throwing it to his teammate Galan. Benacer in the middle. He's been good so far. Gyökeres now striding forward. It could be an opportunity for Atletico to create something once again. Gallagher to Gyökeres. Now opportunity for Gyökeres, but he goes back to Benacer. Seems to be the maestro in midfield as he puts it over to De Paul. De Paul back to Gyökeres. It's a great chance for Gyökeres. He finds De Paul. The keeper comes out. He kind of goes to the left hand side, but he finds Gyökeres once again, and Gyökeres surely puts this game to bed. It's Atletico 3, Tenerife 1. Once again we are losing in this game, and it looks to be that we're heading for 2 on the trot that we're going to be losing out on. A simple finish from the Atletico man, and unfortunately we just have to take it on the chin because it's a great move, great bit of passing, and nothing nothing we were seen to do on that particular occasion. As we get the ball kicked off for another time on this particular occasion, as Liso loses out there. Marcel Ruiz back in possession though, as Geraldo Becker strides forward, finding Carlos Alvarez, many in support, Becker being one of them. He turned his man, it's a great turn, and it's an even better goal. We might have a lifeline in this game. Straight after the kickoff, Atletico 3, Tenerife 2, and Geraldo Becker gives his side some sort of lifeline in this game to be able to potentially grab a point. It's going to be very touch and go with 12 minutes left on the clock. Not too sure if we're going to get over the line with at least a point, or are we going to be losing all 3 points once again there. As you can see, Atletico pushing, really pushing. Gocares is thrown on to Alvarez. He's on a hat-trick, bearing in mind. He goes back to Gocares. Great save, but the ball fell straight to Gocares once again, and that surely is it. Atletico 4, Tenerife 2. And I would only think it couldn't get worse, but just wait for this moment, and it definitely can. Julian Alvarez bursting down the right-hand side. Medrano comes lashing in. And of course, the referee has only got to issue the worst thing that we could possibly see, and that is a straight red card. It was just summed up this game, to be honest, and I know I've made the challenge, but if Medrano wants to stay in the side, then it needs to be better time challenges than that, I suppose. And I do feel like it's a bit of a harsh red, but at the same time, that's what the referee's decided. And he's also blown the full-time whistle. Atletico 4, Tenerife 2. 2 losses on the trot. I'm down to 10 men in this particular one. I thought a bit positive by taking a lead with Carlos Alvarez, but it wasn't to be. And unfortunately, we've just had to take that one on the chin and just accept that that wasn't good enough at the end of the day. Atletico were the better side in this all. And yeah, we have to move on because we've got plenty of big games coming up. Yanis and Hadji is mentioned that he's not accepting to be on the team sheet, but at the same time, he accepts he's not the first name, but at the same time he wants to be on that team sheet, and I just don't think he's been good enough this season. I feel like he's had enough chances, especially in the bigger games where we've trusted upon him in the Liga, and he just hasn't performed, and I'm not too sure what the future holds for Sen Hadji at this moment in time. I know he's young, I know he's got a lot of options, but at the same time I do need performances, especially if we're looking to get better. We decided to simulate our game against Real Madrid purely for the fact that I'd like to play the Copa de Espana fixture in the final. Luckily for ourselves, we were at least to be able to scarper a point. I didn't think we'd be able to do so, but a 2-2 game in the end. It was one of those that I just didn't want to play whatsoever after playing two games that were just absolutely so hard to play against. So at least we got a point from that. Looking at Cesar Herrera now, that is mentioning that he needs some game time, and at the end of the day, as I mentioned, I go into every game knowing that I want to win, and if I don't feel like he's going to be kind of viable for that, then I'm not going to play him. Simple as that, and I just don't think he's good enough. I really don't. I feel like his performance this season has not really warranted a place in the side, and at the end of the day, that's just what I feel. But the stupid thing is, we get a 4-1 victory against Real Betis, and he gets on the score sheet. It's stupid, really, because when we seem to play, we just can't seem to get the best out of him whatsoever. Himself, Marcel Ruiz, Dylan Pereira, and Yanis Hadji getting on the score sheet also. And as I mentioned, for Sen Hadji, I don't feel like he's been good enough, but then he gets a goal in the simulation game, so really frustrating, but happy at the same time, because at least we've been able to get our first win of the episode. But I'm hoping we're able to make it too, because this is the one that we've all been waiting for, the Copa de Espana final against Cadiz. Really looking forward to this one. Two sides that faced each other in the second division of the Liga now face each other in the biggest kind of cup fixture in Spanish football. It's going to be Tenerife versus Cadiz in the Copa de Espana final. Looking forward to this one. It's going to be a massive game. We did well last season, but getting this far is an absolute achievement in itself. But even facing a second division side that's come up to the big leagues also is even stranger in the fights that we had with them previously. We did beat them once this season. It's just whether we can do so in this particular fixture. Confidence is slightly low, but at the same time we're going to be wanting this more than anything at the same time, and we've definitely played the best squad that we possibly can, that I would believe that would beat this side. Malagon in goal, Melo, Spiliers, Palacio and Rodriguez as your back four. Moving forward to the midfield there, we've got Ruiz, we've got Rig, Moreno on one side, Cruz on the other, Alvarez just ahead of that with only but Geraldo Becker as the lone striker. Tough side that we're facing, but strong side that we're putting out. Hopefully we can get the job done, and hopefully we can get our first silverware as Tenerife manager. The game is kicked off then. Becker over to Alvarez as he puts it to the left hand side of Moreno, looking for a straight attack here as Becker's being played in. This could be a great start there, but a good interception from the Cadiz defenders there as they look to get on possession for the first time in this fixture. Escalante there on the ball, finding his teammate there, Samose there on the right hand side. Lovely ball to Tajanji there, trying to get something going. Ramos being found. This is a great move from Ramos. He gets past his man. This could be great for themselves, and they have found the lead. Tinjaji makes it Tenerife 0, Cadiz 1. Our worries get even worse then. 4 minutes into the tie, we are trailing, and not in a good way whatsoever. An easy finish there from Tinjaji, and unfortunately, I just don't understand that, how he's got that pass in there. He got swarmed on the ball, but he's managed to find it. A simple hit in front of goal. Nobody's questioning him whatsoever, and it is a free hit, and it is a lovely goal at the same time. So things get kicked off for another time in this fixture, and we need to settle the nerves. We need to get back into this game. We can't let this slip from our grasp. Ruiz now striding forward. Good run from Ruiz there, as you can see. Geraldo Becker is making a run. Ruiz has got a chance here, but not many in support. Becker takes it upon himself, and that is a simple finish, you would have thought, but not to be on that particular occasion there. Goal kick for Perez there as he looks to get it out of his box and create an opportunity for his side there. Header to be won, and Ruiz wins the header as he nods it onto Cruz on the right hand side. Using his pace, he cuts in on the left, finding Carlos Alvarez. He takes a lovely turn, looks to get past one. He does so. He's got past two. It's going to be Carlos Alvarez, and it is a goal. It's Tenerife 1, Cadiz 1, and we are now back in this tie. Thank God we are. I was getting a little bit worried with that start, but we are back into this side. It hasn't taken us too long to do so either. What a bit of dribbling that was from Carlos Alvarez, and we are now back in this game. Surely now we can kind of build upon that and create some opportunities for ourselves, but Cadiz now come fighting back as Ramos finds his teammate there on the right hand side. Good interception from Spilius there as he finds Alvarez. Could we create an attack from this as Geraldo Becker is on his own, but he's got the pace to get past them, that's for sure. Moreno on the left hand side. Opportunity to be created from Moreno here as the ball could be whipped into the area, and it could be a great chance to do so. He looks to get into the box and he looked to be taken out, but the referee says a no penalty, but they mess up the possession, and Alvarez now finding Chris Rigg. Moreno on the left hand side. Opportunity for Moreno to do something here as he looks to get past his man, but not to be on that particular occasion. I'd love to see if they'd actually play that back, because I thought that was a penalty, but not to be given there. It's Tajanji, the previous goal scorer for Cadiz there, looks to get forward, but Spilier strong in the challenge. Great challenge from Spilier, it has to be said, as Moreno is found on the left hand side. Pace from Moreno there, as you can see, as he latches back onto the ball from a Geraldo Becker pass. Ball to be whipped into the area, you'd thought, as Moreno finds Becker, and what a save that is from Perez. How he saved that, I am not too sure. Cadiz still in this game, and they're looking to get forward once again here as Ramos gets onto the ball. He runs into the gap. He run past one. He's run past two, it looks to be. His dribbling is sublime. Tinjaji, he scored once, but he's not scoring twice. What a block that is from Rodriguez, and a corner kick to be now taken for Cadiz. They look to play it short, and they have played it short. Simon picks it up there, but a good interception from Cruz as he looks to find his teammate Melo. Back to Cruz it goes. On the left-hand side there's support, but he favours it into the middle as Chris Rigg picks up the ball. Lovely turn, finding Ruiz. Counter-attacking football from Tenerife. This is better. This looks good. Alvarez in support on the right-hand side. Geraldo Becker in the middle. Alvarez skips past one. It's a great bit of passing. He finds Becker, but the keeper denies him once again. Becker not getting any sort of luck in this game whatsoever, and it's really finding it difficult to beat the keeper as he finds himself in fine form, it seems to be. Not good from our perspective whatsoever, but an offside call was made in the end, as you can see, as Cadiz look to take the free kick. They try and get the ball in. We kind of head it out, and Simon with a shot there on the outside of the area, but it did seem to kind of ricochet off a Tenerife player, and it will be a corner kick. Favour to whip it in this time. It's a great delivery, it has to be said. Managon forced into the save. A simple save nevertheless, as he throws it out to his teammate Moreno. Holds his own really well. Many in support, Ruiz being one of them. Over to Alvarez. Alvarez with Becker in support. It's 2-on-2. Becker's gone on for a chance, and he's absolutely thumped it over the ball. How's he done that? How has he done that? You put your house on Becker scoring that in that opportunity, but he looks to have lashed at the chance, and unfortunately we still are level, but it's all Tenerife so far, and we intercept it off the goal kick. Moreno now on the left hand side trying to get a ball in there as Melo picks up the pieces. Now onto Rigg, back to Moreno on the left hand side. Could a ball be put into the area and create an opportunity as Moreno looks to do something? He finds Geraldo Becker, but once again Perez is in his to stop on his tracks, and I just don't know how he's saving all of these. But Alvarez strong in the challenge. He's won it in a deep place of the pitch there, as you can see. Becker looked to be wiped out, not given. Alvarez, Becker, no chances. taken whatsoever. And how that has not gone in, I am not too sure. Second half commences. What an action-packed first half, it has to be said, as we look to get things started off straight away, winning back possession as Moreno picks it out on the left. Great ball to Becker. He wins the header, and what a save that is from the keeper. How he's got to that one, I'm not too sure. I thought that would have looped over. Fingertip save from Perez there as Simon picks it out on the left-hand side, finding Ramos. Good opportunity for Ramos to stride forward there, as you can see. As many in support, Tinjaji being one of them there. He's got many in support. He finds his teammate Samose, and that is a solid challenge from Melo, you have to say, denying him when it meant most, and that is a solid interception there, as you can see. 58 minutes into the tie. Action-packed first half. It seems to be we're going to have that in the second also, as Simon looks to stride forward. Interception made from Spiliers there, but he can't follow it up as Cadiz get back in possession, and they look to create an opportunity here on the outside of the area. They could put the ball in there, but once again, Melo strong in the challenge. Moreno calls for the ball, and he gets the ball there, striding down the left-hand side there. He looks to get past his, the opposition there, but not to be on that occasion. We lose out, and we haven't got many back at the same time. Samose trying to get something into the box, but Melo once again strong in the interception, finding Palacio over to Moreno on the left-hand side. Could we create something here? Gerardo Becker in support, and now over to Becker. Holds it up well, but not many in support. Alvarez on the right-hand side, but he favours himself. He runs into the gap. It's Becker, and Perez with a save once again. How he is pulling off these saves, I do not know. It is unbelievable the calibre he is displaying on this pitch so far, as Cadiz look to go forward there. He finds Ramos there in a decent bit of space. He chests it down, but solid interception from Ruiz. Following it up, he tries to find a pass to Becker, but an interception made from the midfield there, as you can see. Samose over to Tinjaji. Great bit of play so far, but Palacio strong in the challenge. Still remain in possession though, Cadiz there, as a ball is put into the area. Spiliers clears with the header with Alvarez into the middle. Now to Becker. He's on his own, but can he do something in this position? Gerardo Becker, he takes it past one. He takes the shot, and once again, Perez with a super save, putting it out for a corner kick. Moreno off the field there for Guerrero, and Diarra onto the pitch for Chris Wigg. As we step over the corner, Ruiz whips the corner in. It's a great opportunity, and it's a great header from Diarra. Clearance made on the goal line, and it gets thumped out for a throw-in. You can only think what else we need to do to put this ball in the back of the net. Throw-in taken to Diarra. Now Alvarez on the outside of the area as he puts himself into the box. It's Alvarez with the shot blocked there as they look to clear their lines. Escalante picks it out in the midfield for Cadiz there, as you can see, trying to get the pass off there as he favours the right-hand side of the wing-back as he puts it onto Tinjaji in the middle, past the centre circle there, as you can see, but a good interception from Melo. He's been top tier. Could this be the moment? Alvarez finds Becker. Becker is in here. Becker! Finally! He gets the goal. It's Tenerife 2, Cadiz 1, and with 13 minutes left to spare in this tie, we are ahead for the first time in this fixture. With one hand on the trophy, you can only feel the domination has been so clear against the opposition. It's just been a matter of when the ball will go in the back of the net, because we have been testing that goalkeeper left, right and centre, and we have finally come out top trumps and got our goal. Cadiz get themselves kicked off for another time in this fixture, knowing they're going to have to throw everything at this tie to be able to get it. But a good interception in the middle of the park, and Becker is in here. This could change everything. It did interception, no, as it falls to Diarra, but Diarra intercepts it, finding Guerrero. Guerrero now holds the play up. He finds Diarra in a decent bit of space there. He runs into the gap. Diarra with the fresh legs. Diarra with the goal. The name surely on the trophy. It's Tenerife 3, Cadiz 1, and we are finally looking like we are going to win our first bit of silverware as a Tenerife manager. What a moment, what a goal, what a game, and Diarra looks to be able to finally put the end to this fixture. Unbelievable. What a cup final it's been. What a competition it's been. +1 on the clock, but Cadiz have not showed any sort of attacking prowess whatsoever. It's been very lacklustre on their sort of sides, apart from the goal. We might be able to get a full fish around Becker there, but Perez with the save. I mean, as much as he's conceded 3, how many chances we've thrown at him. It's been unbelievable. The full-time whistle has been blown, and we have been crowned the champions of the Copa de Espana. Wow, wow, wow. What a moment moment for the club. I did not expect to win this at the start of the season, but I'm very, very glad that we have. Really, really good efforts there, and it's been a sublime competition to play in. We've been tested from the moments we started with the youngsters that we've played at the start to the experience that we played at the end. That game against Barcelona in the semi-final kind of moment you would kind of deny or define this competition, shall we say. Moments when we got into the final, getting the easiest sort of opposition, you thought maybe, just maybe, we might be champions, and champions we are. Our first bit of silverware as a Tenerife manager. We said we wanted to bring the glory days to Tenerife, and this is one way to start it. And David Rodriguez gets his hand on some silverware there as he applauds with his teammates. He picks that trophy up in front of a packed Bernabeu, and he does lift the trophy. The Tenerife fans go mad, and I'm sure they'll be celebrating way into the night. It's been a great competition to play in, as I mentioned. It's been a great moment to sort the youngsters, get some players that haven't had the minutes, and be able to get to this sort of position at the same time. As much as we played our strongest side at this moment, it doesn't define of what the players did at the start of this competition and being able to get us into this position originally, and they can all enjoy it now in front of our own fans. It's been a moment to remember, and surely we'll never forget. One for the history books, and hopefully, just hopefully, we can now build on this. And I'm glad that we've been able to end the episode on this sort of high, knowing that the defeats that we face at the start of the episode, we picked ourselves up, we went again, and we made sure we got our hands on the trophy. Marca reporting that CD Tenerife beat Cadiz there to win the Copa de Espana in what was a memorable final. Thousands of fans celebrated a hard-won victory. I just wanted to look back on our run, and it all started with that 2-0 victory against Malaga there, and then we moved forward to Mallorca, where we played a weaker side in ourselves, but we played a stronger side, and we still managed to come out with a 2-1 victory. And then we faced the second division side Granada, where we just scraped past them, getting a 3-2 victory. That was very much touch and go, but we did the job that was needed, and that's where it started to unfold. Real Madrid were knocked out of the competition. Cadiz was still in it with a chance going into the semi-finals against Leganés, and that is where we faced the big boys in Barcelona, where it was an absolute mammoth of a semi-final. 3-2 on the final game, but 4-3 in the end on aggregate, and the rest was history, where we faced Cadiz and we got the 3-1 victory to get our first bit of silverware. Before the end of the episode, I just wanted to show you the actual table before we go into the final episode of the season there. Right at the bottom, Espanyol, also Zaragoza. Doesn't look good for them whatsoever. I don't think they're going to be getting anywhere out of it whatsoever. With the defeats that have happened and the draws and so on, we have dropped down into the table, and I think we're going to be going realistically for a Conference League place at this moment in time. Europa League still might be achievable, but looking at it, we're currently 6th with 4 points off of that, but we are 8 points ahead of Osasuna, so our position is pretty much cemented, you would say. Played 33, won 17, drew 11 and lost 5, currently sitting on 62 points. The battle at the top seems between Girona, Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's a really tight contest, it has to be said. Only 4 points in that, so it's going to be interesting to see who wins the competition in the end. But that is it for this episode. Join me back on tomorrow, it'll be next week's episode now, where we'll have the final games of this particular season. But that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.